This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahawashi, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahawashi. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahawashi is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi's sake. I'm Brother Sabak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 14, is that I came across this article today from the Jerusalem Post where they're reporting how these JJ 1948ers, archaeologists, unearthed a building which they dubbed Building 100, all right, that was destroyed during the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem, okay? And of course, they put the time, 586 BCE, and that's on point, all right, because that's when the temple, all right, and the city of Jerusalem, all right, was destroyed, okay? And so you have these JJ archaeologists, all right, finding this building, all right, what they dubbed again Building 100, all right, which proves the validity of the scriptures. It proves that the Bible is a truth book, all right. It's a historical book, okay, and it fits according to, all right, secular history, all right. So what does this mean? This means that the Lord, okay, is still here, all right. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is still watching you wicked people that walk the earth, especially you Edomites, all right. And he's going to send his only begotten son, Yahawashi, to judge you wicked people that walk the earth, especially you Edomites, okay? You so-called white people, because, all right, the Lord didn't forget what you've done to the children of Israel, okay? The Lord didn't forget what you did, all right, in the time you helped the Babylonians destroy, all right, Jerusalem, and you were the ones that destroyed the temple, okay? The Lord didn't forget. That's why it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15, that which had been is now, and that which is to have already been, Yahweh, the Most High Power, required that which is past. You see that? The Lord required that which is past. So you have to be judged for what you did, okay? And that's why the Lord has his servants, the prophets, to remind you of your history and why you're going to be judged, okay? That's why it says in the book of Psalm, chapter 137, verse 7, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, okay? Who said, raise it, even to the foundation. They're right. You were the ones, okay, that burnt the temple, okay? You were the ones that were helping the Babylonians take us down, all right? And had mainly Southern Kingdom, because Southern Kingdom was the one that was led into exile into Babylon, okay? Babylonia, okay? And you were the ones helping them, all right? Cut us off, okay? Capture a lot of Southern Kingdom, okay? So the Lord didn't forget. Also, in this article, these scientists, they can prove that arson was laid to Jerusalem, okay? As well as the temple, All right, meaning that there was a deliberate fire that happened, all right, in 586 BC, all right, when the Babylonians and you Edomites burned down Jerusalem. And you were the main ones that burnt down the temple, you Edomites, all right? And we can get the account in First Esdras, also known as Ezra, all right, because these books of Ezra are found in the Apocrypha, which proves that the Apocrypha is part of the Bible for you wacky tacky plantation Christians, okay? Because the Zerubbabel, okay, speaks to Darius the king, or Darius the Great, okay, the king of Persia, all right, after he won the contest of who had the wisest saying, the wisest sentence, okay, and he said, women, okay, and truth, okay, is the strongest, okay. Women rule over men, okay. He gave an example of King Darius' concubine basically taking his crown and putting on her head and smacking him, okay, with her hand, and basically just, you know, ruling over him, all right. And he didn't get offended by it. He was, you know, he was just shocked at her beauty, okay. And then he said truth, all right, is where did he say that at? He said it in First Esdras chapter 4 verse 13. Yeah, it says, then the third, who's spoken of women and of truth, okay. And he breaks it down, but I think it's in, you know, hold on one second, let me get, because he actually, no, not you gotta go to First Esdras 3. There we go. Yep, there it is. Now when Darius, see, it was Darius the king, okay. He was the third king to rule. First it was Cyrus the Great, all right, of Persia. Then it was Cambyses, and then it was Darius, okay. No one, I got that in the correct, in the right order, okay. That's why we got to go back into these history, into these historical pieces. But let me get to the point. Yeah, he said, this is Zerubbabel saying when he wrote, because he had to write to the king, and then the king read it, and to see who had the wisest sentence. So it says, First Esdras chapter 3 verse 12, the third wrote, women are strongest, but above all things, truth beareth away the victory. Right, because the truth, all right, wins all. Because when he said that, the king of Darius had nothing to say. He was like, yo, you told the truth. Yeah, you know, that woman was okay, doing all these things, and I let her do it because of her beauty, all right, and because he and all other things that Zerubbabel, or in the Hebrew Zerubbabel, said, like, men will do crazy things for women. They'll rob, steal, kill, all right, travel long distance, travel, you know, countries and, you know, miles to go do things for a woman. And you see that today, all right. Men will kill themselves over a woman, okay. You see that today. That's why the scriptures talking about, I don't want to go off topic, but in First Esdras chapter 4, let me get it. Zerubbabel says, Bear me one moment. Here it is. First Esdras chapter 4, verse 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and became servants for their sake. Right. All right. And again, this is Rebubel, all right, saying women are strong, are the strongest in terms of making men do, all right, crazy things. Okay. And that's how he won the reward, won the contest. So now let's jump to what. So back on topic. Just want to make that point. So now we're going to read the account where Zerubbabel or Zerubbabel, and Zerubbabel means sown in Babylon, right? Meaning born in Babylon, because he was born in Babylon. All right, because this is after the Babylonians, all right, exiled mainly Judah into Babylonian captivity. Okay. And you Edomites had a hand in that. You had a hand, okay, in our demise. Which I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna get Obadiah. So First Esdras chapter 4 verse 43. Then said he unto the king, remember thy vow. So now this is the King Darius is saying, hey, what do you want as reward since you had the wisest sentence that you wrote out? So this is what Zerubbabel is saying. Then said he unto the king, remember thy vow which thou hast vowed to build Jerusalem in the day when thou camest to thy kingdom. 44. And to send away all the vessels that were taken away out of Jerusalem, which Cyrus set apart when he vows to destroy Babylon, and to send them again thither. Right, because it was the Persian Medes that took down these Babylonians. Really, it was Darius the Mede who did a surgical strike and killed Belshazzar while he was feasting and having a little party. All right, and they were all drunk. And that's how he was able to get them. All right, take down Belshazzar. All right, who's the grandson of Nebuchadnezzar. Okay, just a little history on that. And you can read it in the book of Daniel, chapter 5. 45. Thou also hast vowed to build up the temple. All right, right. So there's a decree, all right, to build up the temple, which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees. Right, so there you go. There's the account. The Edomites were the ones that burnt the temple. That's why it says in Psalm 137, verse 7, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it into the foundation thereof, even to the foundation thereof. Okay? And this article proves that this account did happen. And so, yeah, you Edomites are going to be judged. And it was arson from this article. You're going to be judged. And that's why it says in Obadiah, all right, which this chapter is a prophecy, all right, against you Edomites, you so-called white people, which you plantation Christians don't like, you never bring out. You plantation Christians are a disgrace. You just need to put down the Bible, all right? Go, all right, be a baseless with the rest of these clowns. All right. Oh, 1044. That's a spiritual number. All right, because you don't ever bring out Obadiah. Okay. So let's read this. Obadiah, verse 10. Well, I'll start at 9. And thy mighty men, O Timon, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of Mount of Esau may be cut off by the slaughter. Right, and we're coming to when the Lord's going to, all right, destroy these Edomites. Okay. 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Right, and we're in the part where shame is covering. All right, you Edomites. That's why everything's being revealed out. What you're doing to the children of Israel is wicked. All right. Okay. And the whole world is seeing that too. All right, especially a lot of Jake are waking up. All right, to seeing the atrocities you're doing to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, but this is the time. This is the revealing, and the Lord is using His servants of prophets to reveal. All right, your shame. Okay. and thou shalt be cut off forever. Right, we're coming into the time after you do your slavery, your 1,000 years, you're going to be cut off forever, okay? 11, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Right. So you saw all this. You saw the Babylonians come in, okay? Even thou was as one of them, right? You were participating. You were helping, okay? 12, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, right? And this is Nakar. If you go into that word, all right, it's Nakar, all right? So, hey, sometimes when it says stranger, all right, it's referring to us, all right? Because once we were removed from our land, okay, and put into captivity, all right, we became a stranger, all right? So that those are the strangers in the New Testament, or the strangers in the book of Isaiah, all right, for you wacky-tacky plantation Christians, all right, or you bugged out pseudo-Hebrew Israelites that don't go into words. That's why we here at Great Millstone, we go into words. This is what our apostle elders always teach us. Go into words so you get an understanding. And read it in context, okay? Just make it plain upon tables. Look, the Bible was written by Israelites for Israelites. Obadiah is an Israelite, okay? Zerubbabel, who's speaking to Darius, the king, as one of his guards, is an Israelite. That's why he was able to say the most wisest thing. All right? The Bible is written by Israelites for Israelites, okay? And this is our history book. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. 13, right, they said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. 13, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, you should not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands in their substance in the day of their calamity. Right, you were stealing, okay, our stuff. Well, okay, we were being taken down. All right, and our cities were being burnt. All right, you were burning the temple, stealing. Yeah, you were part of the destruction of the first temple. Okay. 14. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Right. So when southern kingdom, okay, Judea, all right, was fleeing from the Babylonians, okay, siege, you were cutting off Jake that were just trying to run away. All right. You participated, all right, in taking us down as a people. This is the history. All right, and the 1948ers, the JJs, are confirming that history. This is the reason why the Lord is coming back to judge you so-called white people, you Edomites, all of you, all right, including you JJs, because all right, the Lord is the master chess player. He used you clowns to dig up, all right, the history of the reason why He's coming to judge y'all, all right, because you Amalekites, all right, are Edomites, all right? You're all the same people, okay? You all had a hand in our demise. So it's how poetic is that? You're digging up, all right, the history of you, all right, coming against us, all right, and showing the world, all right, the reason why the Lord's is coming to take you out of power, all right? This is powerful stuff, man. The Lord is the master chess player. The master chess player. And really showing us, the Israelites, like the Lord didn't forget. The Lord is coming to judge these Edomites. The war will have war with Amalek. Okay? And from generation to generation. The Lord will blot out the remembrance of Amalek. Okay? Plain. So Obadiah 14 again. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape, neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in day of distress. Right, deliver meaning, okay, brought to the Babylonians. Like, yeah, I have an Israelite here. Take him. All right? making merchandise. How much do you want for them? Okay, for an Israelite. All right. You know, Esau's always about the money. Okay. So yeah, he delivered up those of his that did remain in day of distress. Right. Those that didn't get killed, that were fleeing. Okay. Esau was capturing. Okay, and giving them to the Babylonians to go into captivity, into exile, into slavery. So yeah, and this is why in Ezekiel 25 and 12, thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah, because this is going back to the temple, okay, the time period of the Babylonians, okay, the first temple, and what the Babylonians did to the city of Jerusalem, all right, and what you Edomites did to the first temple, by taking vengeance and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. 13, therefore thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate with Teman, and they that Dedan shall fall by the sword. Right, because, hey, the Lord's coming back for vengeance. 14, now I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord power Yahweh. Right, and we're coming to this, okay? And that's why, all right, the Lord is stirring up Judah, all right, that spirit, okay, of vengeance, all right, and yeah, you know, Jake is getting riled up, all right, starting with Judah, but all the tribes are going to end up coming together, all right, and the Lord is going to put a heavy spirit on his elect men who are not going to be touched, all right, by you Edomites in your weaponry. Yeah, the 2/3, you know, it's going to be back and forth. You're going to, you know, they're going to get, the 2/3 are going to get their licks in, but then you're going to destroy the 2/3 because they're in a carnal mindset. They've always been in a carnal mindset, okay? But the elect, you ain't going to be able to stop them, okay? They're going to have spiritual power, X-Men power, Dragon Ball Z type power, okay? Superman power. So yeah, Lord willing is less edify. I wanted to bring this out. I don't want to make it too long. Lord willing, it wasn't too long, but hey, just going with the spirit. But yeah, man, you know, hey, the glory of the Lord, all right, is being revealed to the whole world. The Bible is the truth, okay? This event did happen, and the Lord is reminding the world that, hey, I'm coming to judge, all right? More specifically, you Edomites, for what you've done to the children of Israel. You touched the apple, okay, of his eye, and he didn't forget. You might have forgot, but guess what? The Lord has his servants, the prophets, whether you want to hear it or not, to remind you that, nope, you got to be judged for this. So with that, I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rukah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it door, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles and elders. As you can see, we're almost out of here. All right, the Lord is revealing everything. All right. This man is being revealed as the man of sin. All right. The Lord's going to take this devil out. All right. We're just waiting on that charagma, on the M to the O to the B. And that's it. After that, hey, the Lord's coming with full might, full glory. All right. Take this devil out of power. For the few sisters that are watching, keep studying when you pray your cover. Shalom and abad and ball. Shalom.